Hi, I'm Nick from Wild Oak Films, and today I am talking to new wedding filmmakers with 5 things that you need to expect when you film your first wedding. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video, as I will be giving you one huge tip that will really help you succeed in your wedding business. Number 1, the timeline will get off track. It doesn't matter how organized you are, if there's a planner, if the bride's really organized. Early in the day, the timeline usually gets off track with hair and makeup. I'm not trying to bag on hair and makeup people. What they do is so important. But usually there is one makeup person doing 8 girls or one hair person doing 8 girls. So it just takes time to do that. Something you need to know about the timeline is it's really just guidelines. The only hard and fast rule of a wedding timeline is when the ceremony starts. Number 2, it's probably going to be pretty high stress, especially if you're super organized and your timeline gets out of whack. One of the reasons for the high stress, if you've never done this before, is you don't know what you need and what you don't need. So you film everything and you run around with your head cut off like a chicken. Is that the phrase? Especially if you're a solo shooter where you want to get bride prep and groom prep and you need to get over to the ceremony and get everything set up. It's high stress. Prepare yourself for a high stress situation and know yourself and how you should react. One way to combat some of this high stress stuff is to show up early. Okay, and I'm not talking 15 minutes early, I'm not talking 20 minutes early, I'm talking 45 minutes or an hour early. That can really alleviate some stress, and don't charge your couples for that. Number 3, if the ceremony is indoors, it will probably be dark. Most church venues don't have natural light in their sanctuary areas where they have the ceremony, and most dedicated event spaces do not have lots of natural light where the ceremony is. There really isn't much you can do about that. If it's a church venue, they're not gonna let you turn on lights if you have those and shoot those on the couple so that it becomes lighter. Event venues maybe, but the couple might not want that, or the wedding planner really has the ambiance of everything figured out. So you just need to know ahead of time that ceremony venues, if it's indoors, is probably going to be darker than you would like for it to be. Number 4, if something can go wrong technically on a wedding day, it's probably gonna have to do with audio. My biggest suggestion is backup, backup, backup. During our ceremony time, we have 5 recorders going, and then we have our 3 cameras that are just scratchy audio that we have. So we have 8 different sources of audio. You're gonna run into situations where the officiant turns off his mic because you put it on him too early in his mind. Happened, maybe the groom accidentally unplugs the lav mic. Yep. Maybe your batteries die in your recorder. You record ambient sound on your field recorder instead of the line in. Done it. So the expectation here is to be prepared for something to go wrong when it comes to audio. Always have a backup. Number 5, comparison is the killer of joy. Okay, this is your first wedding film. Your first wedding film is not going to look like someone's 100th wedding film. I know you've probably spent time watching tons of videos of people that you really like White and Revelry or Forestry Films or Jay Worsley, some of these people that do absolutely incredible work. But they've been doing it for 3, 5, 10 years. You need to concentrate with doing your best with your first job and then progressing the more and more that you do. Comparison kills your joy and will frustrate you so much moving forward. Last, I have a quick tip, and it is to over-communicate with your couples. And I'm not talking about sending 10 emails a day or 20 texts all the time. What I am saying is send out emails with your expectations and have questions for them. And then a big thing that has really helped us in our business is implementing a 1-month or 2-week out Skype or FaceTime call where we could go over the timeline, where we could talk about what was going on the wedding day. Is there any special things that are important to them that they sure want us to film? Do that. So over communicate and talk with your couples will help you in your business so much. Are you new to the wedding filmmaker community? If you have any questions or need anything, don't hesitate to comment below. I would be glad to answer your questions. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, see ya.